Interface Video presents Fairhope Hospice Today. Brought to you by Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, Dagger Law, and the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home.
Hello, I'm Kristen Glazier, the President and CEO at Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, home of the Pickering House, and you're joining us today on Fairhope Hospice Today. We are here at the Foundation, and I have a special guest with me today. So thank you for joining us, Amy.
Hi.
How are you?
Thanks for having me.
Well, you know, we're having you today on your busiest day of the year.
Busiest day of the year.
But you said that's fine?
That's fine.
The more the merrier?
Yeah, very busy. November and December are huge months for us with year-end giving. And today is our 34-hour give, starting today at 8 a.m. and going through tomorrow, Wednesday, through 6 p.m.
I love that.
So,
we hear so much about that just everywhere on social media and on the news because it's a nationwide give.
Right. It's Giving Tuesday. It's a national movement across the country. It's always the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. We always say there's Friday for Black Friday shopping. You know, Thursday, first off, for giving thanks for all of our blessings.
Right.
Friday for Black Friday shopping. Monday for Cyber Monday. And then save some extra money back and give to make your community better to your favorite nonprofit.
And people do.
Yeah.
We were just talking as, you know, we're here about 10:30 this morning and people are just coming, you know, they're just piling in and giving donations. It's so good.
Yeah. And we were talking earlier, we'll be really busy tonight online, you know, once people get home from work and, you know, have some time to sit down at their phone or their computer, then a lot of online donations will come in. But they have till 6 p.m. tomorrow. So.
Okay. Well, let's talk, first of all, let's just talk a little bit about, you know, what exactly is this, the 34-hour give, Giving Tuesday?
Yeah, so the 34-hour give, we started it, this is our 10th year, so we're celebrating 10 years of giving back to the community. Over the 10 years, we've raised about $1.4 million.
Wow.
We bring in, last year we brought in close to $250,000 just in that 33 hours. It was 33 last year, 34 this year. That doesn't include the match.
Okay.
So we've been able to raise $1.4 million in the last 10 years to benefit our community.
Wow.
And, you know, we do it each year. Our board votes to hold back some money from our grant-making dollars to award to nonprofits and to funds of the foundation. So anyone that gets a donation in the 34 hours will be eligible for some of our match, our $34,000 that we're giving away. And then to celebrate our 10th year anniversary of doing this, we're giving away an additional $10,000 on Friday. At noon, we'll be going live on Facebook and drawing 10 names out of a fishbowl.
Okay.
And those 10 funds will each get an additional $1,000 gift.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
I don't think I realized that you've been doing this for 10 years.
Yes.
So I know that people donate, and obviously, you know, you make so much money doing this. People donate so much for their community. But do you think people really realize that how they can do this and what this means and how much it benefits the nonprofits?
Yeah, we put a lot of information out to the community, and I want to say this year, the nonprofits that have funds here and the people that have funds here have done such a great job of promoting this day of giving. I know Hospice has promoted it on your social media. You know, the Historical Society, the festival, Big Brothers, Big Sisters. I've seen posts all day, all week, you know, of people promoting Don't Forget to Give on Giving Tuesday. We send out some information in October to the people that have funds with us and ask them to promote it. And they've done a great job. So,
you know, I think that's funny because I have noticed a lot of that, and then I'll share it, you know, so other people can see it. But I think that has a lot to do with a lot of our great employees that we have, is just that social media presence and their ability to really push that out. So that benefits all of us.
Yeah, it does benefit all of us. And, you know, anything anybody can give on this day, whether it's to hospice or to your fund or to another nonprofit, it helps all of us. It helps our community and makes our community stronger.
Yeah,
So
it sure does. Do you want to just give some information about how people can donate today? Because I know they're welcome to come in, but you talked about donating online.
Right. So our office is open today 8 to 4, tomorrow 9 to 4, and individuals can stop in, drop off money, or there's a slot to the left of our door, a mail slot, and it's secure, so you can drop a check in there after hours. No cash, please. And or you can donate online anytime in the 34 hours. So from 8 a.m. today on Tuesday to 6 p.m. tomorrow on Wednesday, you can donate online. You just go to fairfieldcountyfoundation.org. If you're on your computer, there's a purple donate button in the top right corner. You click on that, and there's a place where you can scroll down and select the fund that you want to donate to. So in your case, you would look for Fairhope, and you'd scroll down to Fairhope and click on that, and then select the amount that you want to give. So yes, you can give online. Very easy.
What if somebody wants to donate throughout the year?
Yeah, so you can donate anytime. That donate online button is always there, so you can make a donation anytime, or they can drop off a check, mail a check. We don't recommend people mail checks during the give because it has to be here in the 34 hours.
Good point.
And we don't want someone to rely on the postal service, especially now they're so busy. So, not a great time to do that. But yes, you can give anytime. We accept cash, we accept checks. A lot of people have to take year-end distributions from retirement this time of year, and we can work with donors on that. We can actually give them electronic transfer instructions, so they don't even have to touch the money or the check, which with required minimum distributions, that's what's preferred, and they can direct the money to come straight here. Just tell us, I'm sending $10,000. I want it to go into Fairhope's fund, and that's how they do it. So we also take stock. If somebody has appreciated stock that they want to donate, we can accept that. And we also accept real estate. So
I read that yesterday. I was reading some things online, and I read that. So I thought, well, that's interesting. I really didn't know that.
Yeah, we have an LLC that we can work to accept real estate. We don't like to keep the real estate. We would prefer to sell the real estate and then put that money into your fund. But we do accept those types of things. Last year, 2 years ago, we were gifted 13 classic cars. And we ended up, taking those to Mike Klum to auction and selling those. And then the proceeds from those went into the fund.
So you know what? I would have never thought of that. So that's really interesting that people oftentimes like that will have a house that maybe someone's passed away or they're not sure what to do with that, but know they want to give a donation to a nonprofit. Wow, that's interesting.
And that's a lot of what we do. We work with donors while they're living to set up funds or to work with them on their estate plans. A lot of people give while they are still living, but a lot of people give through their estates. So we can help them set up funds or gifts to give to one of our funds, such as hospice, through their estate plans. And we have sample wording that they can put in their estate plans. We can work with their attorneys, their CPAs, their financial planner, whoever they're working to make those decisions with. So we're always happy to work with them, to work with nonprofits such as yourself, such as hospice, that have funds with us, to meet with donors to talk about, how they can maximize their gifts even after they're gone.
Yeah, I love that. And that sounds really easy. It sounds like you guys make it nice and easy, because I think for some people, either they pre-plan that or even maybe after someone is passed, that sounds a little stressful, but it sounds like you guys just have a real smooth, easy.
We do. I always tell people, when they lose someone, we know, there's grief and they're going through a lot. Call us when you're ready to talk about it, when you're ready to make that decision. A lot of times people will call and say, okay, we want gifts directed to the foundation. We want to set up a fund, but we're, just really, really too emotional to do it right now, or we're just so busy and overwhelmed. And I always say, okay, just have the gifts come here. We'll hold them, and when you're ready, we'll sit down and make those decisions.
Yeah,
so you guys deal with that every day.
Yeah, but people forget, and they need that time to kind of go through that and clear their head, go through
Right.
their grief, and then move forward.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. So we're always happy to work with people. That's a lot of what we do, and we do make it easy. So it shouldn't be something stressful. You're doing
No.
a great thing for the community.
Absolutely.
And we want to make it as easy as possible.
Well, I think you've got the best staff.
We
They
do.
are so approachable, so smart.
We do have
very
a great
savvy.
staff.
So you're very fortunate.
We're very fortunate. We have some very smart people working for us that really care about this community.
Yeah.
And you'll see them out giving back in certain ways and working with other organizations and volunteering. So we're very fortunate.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you give a phone number? So if there's someone, as this airs through the month of December, if there's
Right.
someone that would like to make a donation or just talk with you about some
Right.
giving for the end of year, where should they call?
They can call our office at 740-654-8451, or they can go to our website, which is fairfieldcountyfoundation.org, and my email is listed there under staff. They're welcome to email me as well.
Okay.
But yeah, any gifts made through the end of the year, as long as they're in our office by the last day of business, which I think is like December 29th at 4 o'clock, or online through December 31st at
Okay.
11:59 p.m.
Okay.
Your gift will count as a charitable deduction for 2023.
Great, great. So if you would like to have more information or get a hold of Fairhope Hospice, you are welcome to call 740-654-7077. You can go onto our website, fairhopehospice.org, and there's information there with places that you can donate. Reach out to our development team and let us know how we can help. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. What makes Fairhope what it is our staff. It's always a question that we ask, why do you want to be here with us? And what they most always say is, you've touched my life this way. You know, you took care of this person, or I've seen what you've done and I want to do that. And so the staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
I want a doctor who listens to me.
From primary care to specialty medicine, we put your needs first by treating you like a person, not a number. Our primary care team will help you identify your healthcare needs and set goals for success, regardless of where you are in your wellness journey. We care for patients of all ages, with offices that are close to you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
I really like Fairfield County because we're just a great mix. We're not so isolated that we don't have resources, but we're also small enough that it's a real community. And I will say that I don't think I've ever seen or worked in a place where so many partners in the community come together and are truly collaborative.
I've been working in Fairfield County for over 20 years, and I've had a variety of positions within the county. Being a smaller county, I've been able to get to know the service agencies better and people that work within that. So I've always had those opportunities to be creative, to think out of the box. And through those collaborations, we've been able to really build some wonderful programming for the youth and families.
I think that everybody is really community-minded and they're really focused on, within the system of mental health care, they're really focused on getting people access to the care that they need and making sure that we're serving the people in Fairfield County.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
Dagger Law has more than 110 years of experience in nearly every aspect of the law. When we're not just helping clients, we're helping the community. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and around town because we live and work here too. We are your neighbors, and we want to help you when you need it. When we help each other, we're stronger. Our community is stronger. Creating a strong, vibrant, healthy, and safe community is everyone's responsibility, and we take the responsibility seriously. We are local. We are trusted. We are experienced.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Welcome back to Fairhope Hospice Today. I'm Kristen Glazier, President and CEO of Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, home of the Pickering House, and we are here in a cozy little office at the Foundation with Amy Iman. And I want to take the opportunity to introduce all of you to our new development manager, Jenny Arter.
Hello, everyone.
So I asked her to join us today. We are here to kind of talk about just the 34-hour give and really to talk about what the Foundation does for our community, how that kind of ties into your new role as development manager. You've been with us a month-ish?
A month, yes. Just starting my 5th week.
Okay. So,
yeah, learning so much.
Yeah, so we're really thankful to have you on our team. And your job is really to just help families, help people who have used our services, and even those in the community who just want to give back and support Fairhope. And so that kind of ties in. It's a great piece to have you two together, although I know you're not strangers. So
we are not at all.
So, yeah. So welcome today on your first television show with us.
It's nice to be here with friends. That makes it so much easier, for sure.
Yes, it does. And you know, I have to thank you for taking time today. We're in your office, your phone's ringing, it's the busiest day of the year, and you took time for Fairhope. Thank you.
It's fine.
Thank you.
No, we're happy to have you guys here.
Thank you so much. Well, we had a really good session just before this, and we talked a lot about really what the 34-hour give means and how much money the Foundation has provided to our community over the past 10 years, which is really, it's just really incredible.
Yeah.
So we're very thankful for you and your staff.
Thank you.
I wanted to talk just a little bit, excuse me, moving forward about just how people partner with you to make donations and then also to establish a fund here at the Foundation. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we do partner. We partner with nonprofit organizations. We partner with businesses and individual donors to set up funds. But, you know, we also look for ways to partner with nonprofits and organizations throughout the community, whether it be to support a cause together or a program together. I'll give the example. We work with United Way, and we're a major funder of their Dolly's Imagination Library. Mm-hmm. They give books to children 5 and under before, I think they end once they start kindergarten or maybe right after kindergarten. But every kid who signs up for Dolly's Imagination Library gets a free monthly book, and we're a sponsor of that. So that's just an example of some of the things we do to partner with other nonprofits throughout the community. But yeah, I mean, we work with donors, and then we also work with nonprofits. And as I said in the last segment, it's not uncommon for someone such as yourself or Jenny as the development officer to reach out to us and say, hey, I have a family or I have an individual that's thinking about giving a gift to Fairhope or giving a gift to our fund or wanting to establish their own fund to benefit Fairhope. Will you come sit in the meeting and talk about what the Foundation does in the community? And I've done that for numerous numbers of nonprofits to help them, you know, sometimes not that they, you know, can't be sold by your organization, but sometimes it helps too to have another person in there to say, you know, this is what you can do for the community. This is how you can benefit this organization.
Well, you guys are the experts. You do this every day. We can guide them and, you know, direct them, but you really are the experts. So it's important for you to be at that table when we have those discussions.
And we always, you know, make sure we tell people, make sure you know, talk to your legal counsel, to your CPA, to your financial planner. We don't have the legal expertise that they do. So after we have the conversation and we talk about what they might do, it's best that they run those plans through you know, their financial planner or their legal experts, because we can't give legal advice.
Right,
so
you can just guide them.
That's right.
How many established funds do you have here at the foundation?
Right, so we have over 400 funds.
Wow.
About 90 of those are scholarships.
Okay.
And the rest are either donor advised or donor directed, or they're funds that are endowments or operating funds for nonprofits such as hospice.
Okay.
So yeah, we talked in the first segment really about raising money and how we do that, but the flip side of what we do is we award monies from all those funds that we have in the forms of grants to nonprofits such as you guys, and to scholarships to students, most of them that have graduated or are graduating from a high school in Fairfield County. So we award scholarships and grants, and each year we give away about I would say between $2 and $3 million in grants, and then each year we give close to $1 million away in scholarships.
So I hope people heard that, because that's really incredible. And for me, who has a young one or an adult as a freshman in college,
right?
But the other piece that I love is I'm on the Lancaster Rotary, and they asked me to be a part of the scholarship awarding committee. So that is so much just fun and important,
right?
Because through the Rotary, we will look at, oh my goodness, we'll take one established fund, for instance, for me, I will look at all the applicants for that. And oftentimes, I mean, there's a lot.
Right.
But there's also still opportunities. Some of those scholarships, and some people maybe haven't applied for those, they're out there.
Right, right. And I'll say, our scholarship application opens this week on December 1st. Great timing. So starting December 1st, students in Fairfield County can go to our website, which is fairfieldcountyfoundation.org. Click on scholarships. You'll see all the information there about our scholarships. And the application is all online. So you fill the application out. It's just general information. And then based on how you filled that out, there may be other opportunities that need additional information. But yeah, so the scholarship application opens December 1st. It closes around the first week of March. And then we'll be sending those applications out to reviewers such as yourself. You do one for, as you said, the Lancaster Rotary. I think you do the nursing scholarship.
I do.
And then the reviewers review the applications, and then we make those recommendations and award the scholarships, typically in May. And as you said, the Lancaster Rotary Club has about 20 scholarships with us. And we have a huge committee, which you serve on, and we review all those scholarships. And the Lancaster Rotary themselves award about $100,000 in scholarships.
Yeah, that's just a lot of money. And that is just so great for these applicants that we're reading. I really take that to heart. I read every one over and over, and it's a process, but I love it, because you know these people that are applying, these kids, young adults, really benefit from this. And so it's just really a great thing that you're doing here at the foundation.
We get so many thank you notes, and they're so heartwarming to read about the kids, especially the kids that, you know, say, I couldn't have gone to college, you know, without these scholarships. There's so many people in the community, like I'll just use, I'm sure she won't mind, Laura Tussing is the president of Park National Bank. She received a scholarship from Lancaster, from, I think it was a Lancaster Rotary scholarship, but definitely from the Fairfield County Foundation. And we always try to feature someone in our community each year in our annual report that is doing something in the community or giving back that received a scholarship from us.
I just love that.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about grants.
Okay.
Can we talk about a little bit about what that looks like and how that works for you?
So we have 3 competitive grant cycles each year. And as I said, we have certain funds that are unrestricted. So we have a grant committee. Nonprofits can apply to us for grants. The first cycle is in January. I think The preliminary application is due like maybe around January 10th. Jenny probably knows the exact date.
I do.
They fill out a one-page application just with what the information is about the project, with their 501c3 information. And then our program department, Abby King is our senior program officer, and Andrea Spires is our program officer. They review those, and then we decide who we're going to invite back to submit full grant applications. Then the nonprofit has about 6 weeks to submit a full grant application. And then we assign those, once we get them back after the deadline, to our grant committee. Those individuals on our grant committee are board members, community members. They reach out to the nonprofit and either do a one-on-one phone call, or they actually visit the site of the nonprofit or the project that the nonprofit's asking for. Then they come back and report to our grant committee, and then we make a recommendation on funding. The grant committee does, and then that recommendation goes to our board of trustees, who then approve it, and then we award the money to the nonprofits. And we, like I said, we have 3. There's one in January, there's one in the summer months, and then one in the fall. So, and those dates can be found on our website as well, as well as the application. And that grant application is all online as well.
So there are multiple different options for grants. Like, I think sometimes people are afraid because they don't know exactly. They always think this is a huge burdensome job to do an application. It's not.
No.
But what kind of things do we look at when they're asking for a grant from a nonprofit?
Yeah, I will say just about the application, just like the scholarship application, very simple to fill out, and just, we work with donors and make it easy for them to give. We work with nonprofits and students to give the money away and make it as easy as possible. But there's a whole list on our website of the things we will fund and the things we won't. Typically, we don't fund salaries just because that's a huge rabbit hole, and we don't have a lot of unrestricted money, even though we know it's, a lot of those positions are very needed. We don't fund religious or political. We want to fund things that benefit a lot of residents in the community, whether that's an art exhibit that people can attend, whether it's equipment for a fire truck at the fire department, whether it's some kind of programming that you guys are doing at your grief center. Those are the kind of things that we know a lot of people in the community benefit. And if it's something we can partner with other funders in the community, then that's something we want to look at as well.
You guys were so helpful for us last year about this time. We had applied for some help with a children's grief book that we were working on. And so our team at Fairhope created it, and they were really proud of it. We wanted to produce that so that we could provide that for kids that were coming into the Pickering House or in their homes. And you guys were a great help for that. And that was a really instrumental tool. We have something for adults to read and kind of talk through what that process looks like, but we didn't have anything for children. So it felt easy. Our team stepped up and took care of it. So we were really thankful for that from you.
Yeah, I have a special place in my heart for hospice and the Pickering House, because Virginia Pickering was one of the reasons I have my job. When this job became open, she called me and said, "Hey, you should really think about applying for that position. I think you'd be great at it." And, she had a fund here, and I went over to her house numerous times and took her out to lunch, and we had a relationship. And, when that gift was given to hospice for the Pickering House, we were part of facilitating that gift. It came here to her fund, and then we awarded it to hospice. And I visited her many times out at the Pickering House when she was there. So,
thank you for sharing that. I don't think I've heard that story.
No, I saw it, from it not being anything. I was at the groundbreaking with her, and then to see you guys where you are now and all the great things you do in the community. We're so thankful.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. We're coming up upon our 40th year anniversary for hospice. So Virginia Pickering obviously helped us create the Pickering House, and we're very thankful.
Well, I know a lot of families that have benefited from your services.
Thank you.
Even people that work for me.
Thank you. Yes, thanks. Well, Jenny, first TV show, you had a few words. We will put you to work on these grants.
Yeah, we'll get more words in the next time. Maybe.
That's right. Well, thank you, Amy, for
Yeah,
being here
thanks
with
for
us
having
today.
me. I
Good luck on
appreciate
the
it.
rest of your day.
Thank you.
We'll let you get back to business.
Yeah, December, busy month.
Yeah, so thank you. So if
Yeah.
you have any questions about Fairhope Hospice, please feel free to call at 740-654-7077. You could go to fairhopehospice.org, and thank you so much for joining us.
Interface Video presents Fairhope Hospice Today. Brought to you by Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, Dagger Law, and the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home.